Now, when was this song?
Well, Moss Brothers called me up one day in early 1930 and said, would you please come down? We're going to put a photograph section in our store and bring a microphone. That's the first Hollywood microphone in Tampa, called an overhead dynamic.
That's great.
My father, who was born in Hawkinsville, got to Tampa when he was about 2 years old, went to Hillsborough High School, and then Plant High School opened in 1927. And he transferred from Hillsborough to Plant because he was living in Hyde Park and it was closer. And he was very outgoing and gregarious guy, and he said he was the first cheerleader at Plant High School, and I don't doubt that because he was that type of guy. He was a gifted musician, although he couldn't read music. In 1928, when he was a senior at Plant, they were hired to go to the WDAE radio station, which was the first radio station in Florida, and they played background music for the announcer of football games. And in those days, the play would come in by way of postal telegraph, a strip of paper saying Rosenthal ran off tackle for 2 yards. And the guy sitting in the studio would read it, announce it, try to embellish it a little bit, and they'd be playing background music. Well, legend has it that the announcer had a bottle under the desk, and by halftime he'd had too much to drink. He was slurring his words, the people couldn't understand what he was saying. They would get calls in from listeners who couldn't understand what he was saying. So the station manager came out and said, does anybody know anything about football? And the piano player said, yeah, Saul has a big mouth. He knows a lot about sports. He sat down, finished that football game, and stayed at WDAE radio for 28 years.